joke?
Dude, I cannot take you seriously when you're wearing that.
You want to hear a joke?
Okay, what's up?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Chicken and a barber?
Chicken
No,
and
wait. No, I told it wrong. It's a duck and a bartender.
Duck and a bartender who?
It's, no, sorry. There was supposed to be... It was some kind of a bird.
Uh-huh. A bird.
And it was...
Is it a geese?
Kids,
A flamingo?
A flamingo?
A goose and a
Golden goose?
barbarian.
Walk into a bar.
No, they knocked on the door. Don't you remember the story?
Oh my god, we're live! Sorry about that tangent, everybody. Welcome back to Wayward 7. My name is Will. As always, I am the DM for tonight. And welcome back to episode number 24.
24.
Almost at 5, because I've lost count. We're just flying through these episodes, aren't we? Alright, so anyway, before we get started, as always, I do think we have a special word from our friend. Our good old Palio Areno.
Who's that?
I'm back.
He's back.
I know I'm late. Shut up about it. Listen, do you know how many holidays in the year fall on a Wednesday?
No.
We've either got to be early or late, all right? So, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Hey!
Cinco de Mayo is Spanish for Independence Day, if you didn't know. Fun fact, actually, Cinco de Mayo is the Independence Day from France, if I remember right. I'm probably wrong, which would be hilarious. But fun fact about Independence Day from France.
Pull that up, James.
Did you know that France is actually second place in the Guinness World Records for countries that have the most countries to have declared independence from them?
I'm guessing number one is England.
Number one is England, with France is at 28. England is at 65.
It's a high bar.
We're gonna fact check you real quick. A holiday that celebrates the date of the Mexican Army's May 5th victory over France.
Oh!
During Franco-Mexican War.
I was lying.
Franco.
I was lying. I said I didn't know. I literally Googled it before we started. Word for word, that's what I read.
Right here, straight from Wikipedia.
Speaking of independence, how about you exercise some independence and do exactly what I say?
Ooh.
And subscribe and turn on the bell. That's how independence works, according to England.
Okay, this has been a long plug to Dunk on England.
Dunk on England, dunk on Isabella. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for.
England, Isabella.
And when Isabella's in England...
You're over. Go back to England, sorry.
And when Isabella's in England... 2-for-1 special.
It's happened, I think.
It's happened like once.
At least once.
Usually...
She's been there at least once.
Yeah, so actually, I do want to preface England, all of England. It's not you, it's Isabella. Yeah, either got anything else to add?
Subscribe, ring the bell, be independent, and
comment.
Celebrate every country's Independence Day.
Comment. Let me know in the description. Did you forget the cheese? Because I didn't. It's still there, Ethan.
Yes.
We're still gonna add to it.
We're adding to the cheese.
Listen,
it's still cooking.
we're still a long way from that. I forget what the number. I never looked back at what number I said. I'm pretty sure I said 500.
I think you said 100.
Oh. Okay, we are much closer to that.
Yeah.
And let's actually, whatever I said, it's gonna be 100 now because.
Nah, we'll do 5. We'll do 5.
No, sooner is better for my
better
health.
For your health? Okay.
For my health,
Shocker.
eating the cheese that's already expired months ago.
Yeah.
The sooner the better.
Okay. Also, welcome back, Jack. Thank you so much for being back on the show, taking the time out of your day. Hope to have you again. And moving on to the next announcements.
We also have Evan here.
Evan, welcome back, Evan!
Evan.
Oh, nobody clapped for Jack.
Hey. Jack! Jack! Yeah!
Anyway, if you want to up the chances of Ethan eating the cheese, go ahead and subscribe to us. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, at the Wayward 7. The only chance of saving him is if you vote him to be the DM for when we do have our one-shots where we all take turns. If he's voted as the first one to do it, that'll save him from the cheese.
Save me.
Ooh.
So,
I'll do it too.
Save Ethan.
Save Ethan. That's the only way you can save him. Comment down below. You can comment on Instagram. I know I said I would do a poll. I completely forgot. I have bad memory. I'm sorry, guys.
We'll probably be in a Instagram poll. Anyway, so thank you so much.
I couldn't breathe.
Oh, God. Okay, we're going to pull away from that for a second. So, thank you again for tuning in tonight. And I think if anybody else have anything else to say for now, or good with announcements?
I have nothing more to say.
Okay.
I saved him from the cheese. I got a month.
We are the
What does
year.
that mean? Welcome back, everybody. My
No,
name
it's
is.
the whole month.
We're back, guys. Stop discussing what months are what. November's November. We're settled. Anyway.
I just still think that November should be 11 Ember because 9 makes no sense for November.
That makes a
We
lot of
can
sense.
blame Caesar.
Last time we left off on the Wayward 7. The party made it to the city of Koli, really a townstead of sorts, on a secluded island where they stayed and met with a interesting character they have come to call the Swamp Witch, who owns a shop called,
Swamp.
dubbed by the locals,
Swamp magic.
Swamp Magic. It's called Swamp Magic, guys. That's really the name. Anyway, from there they talked to this Swamp Witch and got some interesting information and maybe a curse or two here and there, as well as some mysterious jars of this kind of viscous orange liquid that wasn't owned. And they proceeded to go and hunt the third challenge of the Champion's Pursuit. From there, they attempted to hunt down the nearest one as they
Attempted.
Good
as
word.
they made it to the hidden glade of sorts, running into what they were told is called the Pitch Jaw. After a brief fight with that, unfortunately for them, during the last moments of that battle, another one of these three guardian-like creatures appeared. The plant fungal mask known as the Furious Webcap also arrived at the scene and claimed the corpse of the Pitch Jaw for itself and attempted to escape. The attempt was successful, and the party had some time to think about what its next steps were, but too much time was taken, and they were ambushed, unfortunately, by the all-felled Oleander, the largest of these guardians, in which that fight took a turn for the worst, as everybody was already beaten, they were bruised, and spell slots were used. But they escaped with their lives barely. And as they all made it back towards the base of this glade, the kind of large, shallow pool that kind of culminates here at the southern tip of it, they had to take turns flying back up the side. And one by one, over the course of about 5 minutes or so, they made it. Well, most of them. Unfortunately, Cadmus, the bard who has a part of Teen Half Squat, was stuck down there for an extended period of time and was unfortunately the last one to attempt to leave. Attempt being the choice of words, as she was unfortunately caught in between the fight between the Furious Webcap and the all-felled Oleander. A fight in which she shimmied and crawled in between the legs within the silence bubble. Supposedly out of sight, out of mind for these blind creatures. But Icarus and Daryl made a daring attempt and eventually successful rescue as they swooped in as the Oleander charged and they grabbed Cadmus midair, flew her out of there. So, that is where we pick up.
Who knew that flying back and forth could be so tense?
Daryl, as you and Icarus take Cadmus up, you notice about halfway through the flight, Cadmus has gone limp in your claws. And as you get to the top, you notice that not only Cadmus, but Darrow and Rena are also unconscious. You notice that Nastani and Chris are in a rough shape of sorts, but the most noticeable thing that the two of you notice are what appear to be vines that are sprouting out of the arms where the scalding marks were hit from the Oleander car. And you notice just small kind of budding flowers, white petals that seem to kind of be wrapping themselves around the arms, replacing what skin is there. And as you set down Cadmus in this kind of murky marsh up top, you notice that the wounds that you sustained recently are also beginning to sprout. I need everybody at the table to make a Constitution saving throw.
Let's just straight into it. Just a freak.
Oh no.
Oh, that could have been way worse.
That's good for me.
Hey!
I I got an
19.
unnatural 20.
Oh, you're,
Nice. Okay, what'd you get, Miss Tani?
you were
Three.
so much better than me.
3's a failure. That's a success.
19.
Success.
15.
Success. So, Miss Tani, unfortunately, as you are trying to stay conscious, the last things you see is Daryl and Icarus flying over the ridge with Cadmus in tow. You know that everything, at least, came out okay as you slip into unconsciousness. The rest of you, however, are struggling, and you feel almost this kind of pulsating rhythm in your arms, in your core, wherever you were hit by the scalding breath before. This sprouting as it becomes more rapid, the sunlight almost being soaked in here in the evening by these little plants that seem to be flowering out of your skin. So, as this happens though, go ahead and I'll let the three of you make a perception check.
Sorry, guys.
There's, what, 7 characters here and only 3 are conscious?
Yeah, absolutely only 3. The others roll really bad.
Oh.
You okay? Alright, Chris, what'd you get?
16.
16, nice, okay. Daryl?
I would probably just take it, honestly. I don't
Yeah.
think it's cocked enough.
2.
2, okay.
23.
Okay, so, Daryl, unfortunately you are more wrapped up with kind of taking in the whole aspect of what is going on, trying to understand, wrapping your mind around, but Icarus, you and Chris are looking about, still trying to make sure that you're out of the woods, so to speak, which you are very much still in. The cypress trees are tall, and the roots are winding here. Your mounts are gone.
I specifically told her to stay here.
But Icarus, with a very high perception check, as you look about, desperately in search of where those beasts of burden might be, you spy something curious. A tent. Tall in nature, not very large, but it's interesting. It doesn't have necessarily what you would presume to be the requirements here for a camping tent of sorts. It looks kind of like one of those changing tents at the beach. Very tall, single, like, furled door. And you notice that nearby the mounts are hitched to what appears to be a post that has been put right outside of it. It's a good ways back. Not good ways, but it's a slight walk down where you guys had originally circled around. But you see that the mounts are kind of tied up. You see Urena is kind of roosting for the moment. Kind of as you walk that way, you see her head kind of peek up and look at you and then go back down. They seem calm.
Is there anything or anyone in the tent?
You gonna go check out?
I'd first point it at Chris saw it, right? But I would point it out to Daryl.
Yeah.
And actually, realistically, I probably wouldn't.
Okay.
Because I am
You would
way
point
too
it out?
tired to move.
Yeah.
I just carried 5 people,
Yeah, 5 people up and
big
down.
people,
Yeah.
up and down.
Good, fair enough.
But Chris, you should go check that out.
Got it.
So,
Yes, sir.
Chris, he points it out, and you kind of see this this tent. It's very much patchwork in nature. It kind of looks almost hand sewn together with not necessarily quilting, but out of other different kind of materials. You see some stripe patterns, some kind of canvas, but it's quaint.
Can I like sit and like rest up against a tree and just like
Have the
ready a crossbow at
Yeah.
the tent?
Sure. Sure. So,
Alright.
all right, Chris. What are your hit points right now? Just out of curiosity. I just want to see how you're looking.
Why is that important?
10. Okay.
Out of 49.
Okay, that's pretty good. So,
20%.
Chris, how are you approaching this tent?
I first look into it before I actually go inside.
Okay, so are you going weapon drawn or just kind of...
I would say so. just in case.
So you
I don't want to lose any more hit points.
Like move the door flap with the sword.
Yeah,
both swords.
Burn it down.
doing that.
I'll move it with my hand, but I'll have the sword up there ready, just in case.
So, as you approach the door,
Yep.
taking your hand, moving it aside, you are assaulted with a very sweet smell.
Ooh.
Somebody is cooking. There's this wonderfully sweet stew or roast inside. It is savory and sweet, and you recognize it because it's been a minute since you've had a nice meal. But as you look inside, it is a dim interior and much larger on the inside. As you peer around what appears to be this large kind of wooden floor, shelves, almost like display cases set up, little items here and there. You see that the roof itself is a tent that kind of goes around with the walls being cloth and the same kind of fabric material. You also see other doorways, and you see what appears to be counter, but the smell is coming from somewhere deeper inside. Is there anything?
Is anyone like conscious enough to come with me?
Can I see inside?
I would say
Is
you
he
can't
able
see
to?
inside.
I
but
cannot.
You cannot. Yeah. You see him open the door and it's dark.
And I'm just like conked out.
Could I?
I'll say you can make a Constitution saving throw if you want.
A natural 20.
A natural 20. I'll say as Daryl and Icarus are the nearest. Daryl, you're over there, presumably propping people up. You do see Nastani kind of shake awake as there are more sprouts kind of coming out the side of her face at this point. But you are conscious.
Can I take my orange
I was just about to say.
thing and put it on like one of my arm, like a little bit on like on my hand and onto my arm, not all of it, just to see if it does anything on my arm?
Is there a specific area like where the plants are, or?
Yes.
Sure. So, as you kind of wake up, popping open the cork of the one that you've already kind of used, and start to kind of spread it over the wounds, Daryl, you watch as she does this and kind of leans back into the tree once again, and you kind of watch as the seeds pop out of the skin and fall into the kind of murk beneath you.
I'm gonna be as sparingly as I can, but use it on the rest of my body where there's sprouts, and then.
I'd say there's enough in that for you.
Okay.
So you guys have one more full jar.
Okay, so
That Chris
it
has.
could be used to help us, or it could be used to kill the creatures, a little bit, or like get rid of some of it. Because we could technically sprout, like it does, like that giant Leviathan
I
thing
think
had like the petals and stuff.
we asked the swamp witch, like, is this to help us or hurt the monsters?
to
And she
ask her
said,
that, but
what's
she-
the difference, basically, if I remember right.
Yeah. She wouldn't answer.
So
Chris, have you gone back to the group?
No, I'll say I'll stay.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as Chris is standing out there, Icarus, what you doing?
Chris, what's in there?
It's a lot bigger on the inside, but there's this amazing smell. You gotta smell.
Okay, Chris has lost it.
No, I swear this time.
What's going on?
I'm gonna go inside and see.
Chris is going inside. Chris, do not go inside.
I'm going inside.
No.
Where's he going?
You stepping inside, Chris?
Will you come with me?
Well, that's too late. Are you stepping inside?
Okay,
Yes or
yeah,
no?
I'm going.
All right. So, Chris,
Roll for initiative.
as you step inside, there's kind of a heavy kind of creaking and almost a bell-like noise as you do.
This is an
That kind of echoes throughout, and you kind of see small little bells at the roof, right where the tent kind of comes to the point. It starts kind of chiming, and as you do, you watch as the kind of display cases, the kind of racks of weapons and armor come to life for a second as they fly open. The weapons fly into the air, the armor grabbing the halberd, and then right in front of you.
I walk out.
And you do. You step out.
Okay, guys. Maybe going inside wasn't the best idea.
I told you not
That
to.
thing is like crazy cursed.
I'll go in
I
with you.
don't.
It's
I'm gonna go over to the tent because I don't
Yeah.
kind of fully trust Chris's word.
Yeah.
I'll
So
go
they-
in.
You
Okay.
opening the door?
So that's
Yes, I'm going into the door.
You
Hello?
see a nice kind of the suit of armor is no longer there.
Okay.
You guys all stepping in?
Yeah, I'll step in.
I'll step in with them.
Once again, Chris,
I
you-
think I would stay outside,
Okay.
truthfully.
So the three of you go in. Once again, you hear the bells. And once again, the weapons fly off the racks. The suit of armor steps in front, grabbing the halberd, and just holds it.
Can I walk up?
I had seen that
You're walking up to it?
Yeah, I'll just slowly.
Yeah. You slowly approach it.
our mounts were outside of here. I'm just wondering who took care of them.
As you say this, you hear a voice. Hello? Hello? And
Hello?
you hear footsteps coming from one of the corridors, and out pops a kind of reddish skin, kind of longer curved back horns, longer pink hair kind of pulled back into a braid, a face you recognize, the enchantress Khalees. Oh, there you are! Oh my goodness, that was... And she kind of waves her hands. You watch as the suit of armor flies back to its spot. The halberd kind of goes inside. Oh, I was told I'd find you here.
I thought you weren't going to be here for days.
No, Grigori wouldn't be here for
Oh.
days. I was a day behind you, and I was told that I'd find you here. That's great.
I'm glad you found us and not bodies.
Yes, that is everything okay?
Um,
Who are... These are...
These are part of a...
Daryl, nice to meet you,
I'm
Daryl.
Chris with a K.
Chris with the K.
Not at the end, at the beginning.
Great.
They're part,
Excellent.
Krisk.
they're part of another team competing. We're joining together to
Oh.
fight.
Team Half Squad.
You have a tattoo? You flash it. Is it a tattoo?
Sure. Of a half squat tattoo.
Yeah. Do you flex it and like
I
as a
heart.
squat?
It's on the bicep. I
Half
heart
squat.
half, and then it's the guy squat.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I see. Now start. Where's the rest of the group? Icarus and Darrow and.
Icarus?
Dead.
They turned.
They're not dead.
You see.
Just don't do that. Icarus is outside. He was hesitant, so he was guarding the others. They're unconscious. We don't know what's going on. I only just got rid of... Do they still have the plants on them?
Yeah, they.
I was able to get rid of the plants on me because of an ointment that the swamp witch gave us, but the others kind of have the problem, but worse.
Oh my. Well, do you want to bring them in? I have some rooms, and she kind of points towards the other corridor. I have some smaller rooms.
Do you
If
have a bed?
you'd like to.
For the ones
I-
who are unconscious. Chris.
Sure, of course. Do you want to bring them in?
Yes.
Excellent. I will start making preparations, and she kind of hurries off.
Towards the
They turned into a tree.
They did not turn into a tree. They did not turn into a tree.
Like a full tree?
No,
They're
they did not
gone.
turn into a tree.
Um,
Oh.
we'll bring them in,
Plant.
Okay.
and we'll take a look at them in here.
Okay, I'm gonna walk outside. Hey Chris, it's Khalees. She's just, wary. That's why they attack. But it's fine. It's Khalees. She said to bring the others in.
You just like hoist
Khalees.
the unconscious people.
Yeah, if
into
you
it.
want, you just throw them over your shoulder, sure.
Khalees is
They're
in the
both
tiny
in the
tent
Khalees is
and
in
wants to pile all of them
It's
in.
not a tiny tent. It's a magic tent. It's big on the inside.
Chris was right.
Yes. I'm surprised.
I
too.
was?
I'm surprised too, but he was right.
Yes. Get
Okay.
smarter by
I'm
the
just gonna
second.
need some help with the others.
So I'm gonna staggering because I'm still,
Yeah.
but try and carry / drag Rena.
Okay. I'll say that between all of you, you guys get the three other bodies inside, moving them inside the tent. And Icarus, you now see the larger interior, the tinted roof, as well as the shelves and display cases, little countertop, and you see Khalees, who is kind of like waving the bandaged arm, kind of gesturing you guys towards one of the other corridors here, one of the two. And kind of going down this corridor, you see that there are several doors in ways. They're kind of just curtain doors. And she opens up one, and inside is kind of a circular room with some beds. Lots of blankets, lots of carpets, sense of... it's very warm in here, very cozy.
I plop on that bed.
Sure.
Like I just.
So you guys put down your friends, and Chris, you just jump on the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 5-year-old, I'm just like search up.
It's very soft.
Khalees, I had collected animal things for you, but we were robbed.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll sort things out later. But right now is what's important is rest and fixing the plants.
And then I'm going to just.
Okay. You guys also collapsing, or what you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
Want to take a long rest or short rest?
You gonna take a long rest right now, or you have one more of those ointments?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think we should
You
kind
haven't-
of save it because we're gonna go there again.
But you're still covered in blood.
Yeah, we're gonna.
We don't know if it'll even do anything to that thing.
Because I tried and it didn't work.
You guys shot.
Oh, it didn't work?
It didn't have any visible effects.
It worked on us, but it didn't work on
I
them.
think we need to use more of it. I
So
don't
what
want
do
to
you guys
waste
wanna
it.
Well, I mean, you're
You're not
sprouting
really-
right now. I don't think it would be a waste.
Yeah, I don't think it's-
But you said that guy can heal us, or like he has like ointments. Did he?
Which
She
one?
said we
the
could
Swamp
rest.
Witch?
No, the guy just like
Khalees?
She, sorry.
Khalees, she said that she would help you rest and
Yeah.
take a look at it. She didn't say she had a cure for whatever you got.
Okay.
All right, but
I guess I'll put some more of it on
okay.
there. I stand up, I pop a
So,
bottle,
the
pour it,
jar.
and just.
Okay. So I'll say a third of that is used on you.
Gotcha.
I'd say there's about 2 more applications if the 2 of you want to take it.
How much do you have?
I
That's
don't
all.
have
She
any.
doesn't
Yeah,
have
You guys
much.
already used two applications on bolts.
I used that one.
Oh, you have 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have 4 more.
I have 4 more?
With
Between the two of you.
between the 2 of you.
Mm.
Between the 2 of you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use some.
Okay.
I'll hand the rest to Khalees. This is what the Swamp Witch gave us to help with the sprouts.
Okay. Well, I can see what it's. I can try to dissect it.
If you wanted to dissect it or use it on, because I only have 2.
There's 3
Enough.
people.
Yes. So.
Do you want me to use it on one of them? I don't want to pick.
If
If
you'd
you
like to
can
dissect
figure out a way to make more.
I can try to do that. I do specialize in magic item creation, but this is a potion, so it might take me a minute, but I can try my best.
Whatever you can do.
Chris passes out.
Although, speaking of magic items, so while we were trying to gain more money since we've been robbed, we came across this professor. Long story short, he gave us his bag of holding, and he didn't give us, like, he just gave it to us so we could figure out what was in it. Is there any sort of, like, factory reset?
Did you flip it inside out?
No.
Oh my. There's no way that's it.
Well, she kind of looks at what's inside of it.
I know that there's this, and I'm gonna grab the bow staff. I don't know what it is, though.
Let me think about this. Hold on. You hand it to her?
Yes.
She kind of takes it.
No idea what it is. I know it's a bow staff. I don't know, like, I was like, magic weapon, and I pulled it out, and then I pulled this out. I don't know
The
what it is.
professor had this?
Yes, Professor Charles.
Professor Charles, and he's from
He said the southern continent.
which one?
What did you say the name was? Vashon? Vashon?
The
Vashon?
Shah?
Yes.
Make an insight check.
Oh, that's...
In between.
It's just a
It's-
stick.
That's a
It's-
15.
It's
It
literally
would've been
just
a
a stick
15.
this whole time.
Yeah. She's like,
that's gonna be a
why would
19.
he have a log in his bag?
I'm gonna text you what you noticed, but that's all good. But she takes it, kind of looks it over. I can take a look at it if you want me to.
There was also this. Boomerang. Gonna pull the boomerang out. So I had this.
Oh,
And then there was... I'm
interesting.
gonna try and pull the cloak out of
With the
evasion.
keys.
And then there was... I can't get it. You might have to... I think it just tries to escape me. It's a cloak.
A cloak that
Escapes.
escapes? Is it
Evasion.
enchanted or is it something else?
I'm gonna
He had
pop
some
up.
teeth.
Like, it had a mouth
It had a mouth.
and
It was a cloak.
eyes.
Yeah, I think so. It had like one eye. I think.
Do you have any emeralds?
I
Full
do
180.
have emeralds. Do you need emeralds?
Bolts.
No. I can fashion some if you'd like. It might take me a day or two.
Can I have
I
something cool?
don't think
I-
we have to.
I do have my shop up front if you'd like to take a look around.
Can we trade?
I do trade, yeah.
I need.
What would you?
Can I reach into the bag
Yes.
and try to get like emerald weapons?
Emerald weapons.
Emerald
You
weapons.
reach in and nothing. I would say you can flip it out to expel anything inside, but if without knowing, it could be 1,000 marbles or something that would cause a big mess in my mobile house.
So it'd be better to flip it somewhere else.
Somewhere in like
Okay.
How about do it outside?
well, it's swampy outside.
Not in Khalees's RV.
Please not again. Or if you must, please just do you need a bowl or something? I don't know what's inside. It could be rotten food, and I really don't want
That's
that
fine. I
smell.
just didn't know if there was a way to just get everything out or like.
Yes, flip it inside out.
Okay.
Just take it and push the underside out.
But it was mainly just the staff because I pulled that one out first and
Yes,
I tried to wax something and it didn't work.
Staff is interesting. I will take a look at it and I can see if I can tell you what it does, but do you want me to prioritize finding
No, you're
an
fine.
antidote?
No, find the antidote. I was just curious if it was
Our
something.
friends are
If you want to leave it here, I will take a look at it.
He also had like, I can't read his journal, so I was gonna see if he had like password or something in it and a key.
Are you pulling that out to show her?
Yeah. I'm just like trying to show her all the stuff that we had found.
She pulls
in
out the
bag.
keys. I don't know what the keys are for.
That's why I was just gonna throw them back in there. And I
The
chuck 'em
journal
back
is
in.
written in Infernal.
Oh, that
What's
makes
that
sense why I
mean?
can't read it.
It is
I thought you knew Infernal.
it's a language of
Oh, you know Abyssal.
tieflings
No, primordial.
typically speak
Oh.
it.
So don't speak tiefling?
Is
It's a tiefling language. I don't know.
Is it just like a random journal or something?
She flips through it. It looks to be cataloging expeditions.
Well,
I'm
he did.
surprised he left this with you. There's a lot of personal stuff in here. It's kind of weird.
He was just in the bag.
Do you want me to look specifically for the stick?
No, you don't have to. I was just showing you the
I
stuff
can
we'd
pick
found in. I don't know what else is in here, so I will dump it inside out.
Do you want me to keep reading it? I mean,
we have a lot of
I mean,
questions and things you've missed, but
I've
the
got a pretty big list here.
the healing is the top priority.
that's yeah.
Okay.
Top priority. I was
Book,
just curious.
stick. You want to trade? Trade?
Possibly.
Okay.
We wanted something to fight a plant.
Yes. Which one? There's a plant.
The
mushroom?
Oleander?
Oleander. Yes. Yes. I have notes I got for you that I picked up because Gregory said that I might need to, so I did that. He paid me to do it, so I went and did it.
But healing is definitely healing. Me personally, stick. Everything else.
Okay.
Nastani. Nobody cares about your stick.
I care about the stick.
I care about the stick.
I care about the stick.
It was
Seems
magic and
that
it
a
didn't
lot of
work for
people
me. I want to
care about the stick.
know.
I'll put it
We
second.
don't care about you.
I'm more concerned with
Just kidding.
keeping everyone alive.
That's why I said healing stick.
Healing, getting rid of the coriander.
That's why there was space between it.
Right, so I will go get started on this. I will move my materials to the storefront, and if you want to do some trading, we can discuss it while I'm dissecting. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Yes.
What are you dissecting?
The
Holds up
potion,
that jar
wait,
of
no.
orange.
How did you get that?
I gave
And
I gave it to you. I think
Blacked
you need
out.
to sleep.
might be. Why don't you rest for a while? Yeah, take.
I am tired.
Rest as long as you want. I
I'm
will
not
start working. on this.
tired.
So we take a long rest.
So yeah, would you guys like to begin that process?
Yes.
Can I see the bag
Think
real
we
quick?
should.
No.
Oh,
we
this
do
is
long
left.
rest or
She's going
short
to
rest?
go do
Do
it.
Long rest.
I got a short wouldn't do me any good.
Yeah.
I think long rest.
Taking 8 hours to do a long rest.
Yes.
Sure.
Why do you need my bag?
Alright, well.
I
You
have
guys
a
are
request.
safe for the night.
What do you request?
Double check. You are.
Can I
So you
please
guys
see
can
the
all
bag?
mark off a long rest
In the morning.
as you sleep through the night.
Did I take the long
Long rest.
I waited the 3 seconds. Oh, you have to click the thing.
Yeah,
You
it's,
click it,
you're
yeah,
supposed to
you
not
just
wait the 3
Don't wait
seconds.
3 seconds. Click it, yeah.
Long rest taken.
Alright, so you all wake up feeling refreshed. However, you notice that your compatriots' conditions have gotten severely worse. Bark has started to form on the outside of their skin,
You're right. They're turning into trees.
and you have noticed that vines have started to wrap themselves, almost cocooning them. Where what facial features you can see on them has begun to sprout and almost become completely plant in nature.
Can I see the bag?
You surmise that you don't have much time.
I think we should definitely try to prioritize.
Well, yeah.
She,
so-
that's what she's doing. Right
No,
now.
yeah.
She's been doing all night.
How's she doing?
Not good.
Okay. So,
Had to put
you
it
guys
back.
gonna go check in on her?
Yes.
Alright, so making your way back towards the central area, what she called the storefront, main area with the display cases and the suits of armor. You see her, who has she has moved this countertop kind of out, and has a cauldron as well as some tables that have been set up towards the back end of the shop, where you can see that the kind of goo, very little of it left in the jar, is kind of placed on these stone plates, and she has kind of spread it apart. You see that there are very many kind of herbs and mushrooms kind of pulled out, and she is kind of sitting over the small kind of cooking cauldron, kind of like oh, good morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good news, bad news. Good news, I think I know a way to kind of recreate it. Bad news, you're going to have to get the ingredients for me,
Okay.
as it will take what I can only assume is the bile of the creature to wash it out. It means the things it cannot digest. So that is what I am guessing, because there's a big unknown element here, and that would be my take on it. So if you were to go to whatever creature infected them and retrieve its stomach contents, particularly the ones that it has coughed up or seemingly has not digested, whatever herbs those are, that will probably be key in recreating whatever this is.
I've got a question.
Yes.
When we used the goo stuff, like whatever skin that was there, whenever it got replaced by the flower stuff, did that go back?
When you used it, you guys were not very far into it, but the seeds popped out.
Yeah.
You don't know if it normally infected for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They have been infected for about 9 hours. It's hard to say.
We gotta go now.
Please, I think you said last night you had notes and something to help.
Oh, yes. On which one are you? Which
The-
one did this?
The
Oleander.
Oleander. Okay. The oleander. It is. Okay. So notes I took from locals. I went to the witch. I talked to her. Get it out of the water. That's the big one. Get it out of the water. When it's out of water, it is incredibly susceptible to fire.
Lightning, make fire.
However, lightning also will do the deed, especially in water. So if you can't get it out, use lightning, as it should fry the internals and the vines that kind of keep it moving. It cannot shoot its breath. Does it have a breath thing that it does?
Yeah.
It can't do it if it's not wet. So if you dry it out with fire or by some other means, it cannot do that.
Really big towel.
What if we What if we?
And
What if we evaporated the water? Which checks fine.
What?
That would get it out of water.
Because you can create a lot.
It probably has a den based on the white petals. So if there's lots of plants with the white petals, that's probably where its den is. But assume that it is probably water. What is the word? Wet.
Aqueous.
Aqueous. Yes, aqueous. So get it out of its den. Don't fight it there. It would have an extreme advantage. Plus, there could be more of them. The last thing on the list is what you probably already know. It is extremely infectious, and that is how it reproduces.
How much?
Through its breath attack.
How much of the stomach acid do we need? Or the stomach stuff?
For just the 4 of them, I just need about the jar size, and I can probably pick out what we need from there.
Could you possibly pick some? Because I was in the stomach for a bit. Or some of us were.
You were in
Or some.
That was in the other one.
Was there one?
Yeah, different monster.
But we just need to kill it anyway because we need it for the Champions Pursuit regardless.
So our friends are turning into.
Yes, all the others.
So,
And they will
Get
take a
rid of the
unique
bodies.
form based on what they are. Well, out of curiosity, I'm curious what it looked like, but because I'm told that they come in all varieties.
it was like a giant
snake
snake,
alligator.
lizard, something.
Snake lizard, so probably like a crocodile.
Yeah.
The
Alligator
swamp witch,
crocodile.
she said a specific type. Olfeld. Something.
The
along those
Olfeld,
lines.
so the Olfeld is the noble variant. It is the matriarch of the.
Why?
Of the
What is it with us in the
Why do we get the
matriarchs?
rare ones?
Well, it might not be a matriarch. They don't necessarily. They reproduce through budding, technically.
Speaking of, do you have my bow?
Yes, I do. It's over there in the display case. And she kind of snaps, and you watch as the display case pops open. I'm sorry, it's not as pretty as I could have made it, but it was a rush job.
It's
Grigori paid for most of it, as he's paying for a lot of things, so you guys still have the discount here. I'll add it to your inventory. Wherever your inventory is.
Is it an attunement?
Does require attunement.
Dang it!
I should have got it last night.
I didn't think.
We can sleep again. They can wait.
Where's your inventory? There it
It's
is.
gonna turn them into zombies.
I'm adding it to your. Yep. So I've added it to your inventory. It's called the Obsidian Wisp.
That's cool.
So I can't use it though, because I have to attune.
You can use it.
Just
Actually-
the effects.
Yeah. No. Actually, come here. Bring it over here with me. Do you need to attune to it? Are you full on your attunements? Are you already focused on 3 things? Or
I
can
don't
you...
have any attunements.
Okay, great. Come here. She kind of take the bow. It has a nice binding around the handle. The edges are sharp. They are black glass that seem to kind of run up and down the side. You see where the horn itself was kind of split in half and then etched down, whittled to whatever kind of volcanic marrow this was. You notice that the bowstring itself almost has this constant warmth to it. And as she kind of walks over to the table, placing it there, and kind of takes your hands and places it on top, you kind of watch as she reaches into her bag and takes out some powder. And there's a kind of a spark as the powder ignites. There's a little bit of a sting on your palm. I can attune things for you.
You're so good.
If you have anything else, I can do that too.
That
I
would
can
be
only do it 3 more times.
I've got a question.
I don't think I have any.
What would you be willing to trade for this little guy? And I take out the dancing short sword.
Short sword flies out. Oh my. Okay. Could you just hold on to it? I don't. If there's a tear in the wall, it's very hard to fix.
Oh,
Just hold on to
sorry.
it. Yeah. No, that's fine. Just thank you.
His dates.
Real quick. The command word is Ember for it. You can change it if you wish, but the command word is Ember. It does what it does in nature. So I'm sure you can take it out, fire it for yourself a few times, but.
And I got a few more things too.
Okay, what do you have? There's this short sword. It's very cool.
I got this little rope of entanglement,
Okay, interesting.
and she's got one of my swords
Okay.
On loan.
on loan.
Are you offering it?
I was just gonna see what you're willing to trade.
Here,
Take it. She takes it.
the
and puts it on
Dragon
the table.
Slayer scimitar.
Okay, so she places it on the table. She asks for your sword and kind of puts it down and kind of jitters and kind of has to keep a hand on it. And you put the rope on the table. Well, I don't have money for the trade because this is quite a lot and I don't carry that much on me.
Well, what items to help me on my?
I have a very limited supply of things here, but you are welcome to have a look around. I have some battle axe, some blowguns. I have a magic circlet over there. I have a drift globe is off in that corner.
What are those things?
The circlet is a circlet of blasting, which might be helpful on your.
Wait, circle of.
That would
Blasting.
be very helpful.
It does not require attunement, but any items that I do, once again, I can do that for you for now. But the circlet would indeed help with, say, fire's beams from it, I suppose.
I just thought of a DM question.
Yeah, what's up?
Are our amulets attuned items?
They are not attuned items.
Okay.
They're not. But you can certainly try to attune to them if you want.
Another night.
The circlet is fairly useful. It might have a chance of breaking once the charges are expended. The drift globe is useful for if you cannot see in the dark. It can also be helpful for I believe it can cast sunlight and other higher daylight spells such as that. I have some gloves for swimming and climbing over there. Next to the gloves of thievery that I picked up on a trade on the way, as well as the goggles of night over there. I have some great clubs, hand crossbows, javelins, light crossbows. I have some warning weapons, but they are on the pricier side.
What does that mean?
How much price?
When you are near danger, they light up, or something that would cause harm to you. That is a creature specifically. So I have a light hammer, which is the larger one that I have, and then I have a dagger.
How much is the light hammer?
The light hammer, with Grigori's discount that he has been heavily giving me, I would say about 14,000. But I would say that's
Little out of
well
the range.
within your trade-in range.
Oh, there you go.
And you'd still have some left over. I have some long swords. I have some armor that is specifically for swimming. Mariner plate armor, full plate. I have a rapier of the same nature as the dagger and the light hammer, as well as a sickle. I have some ring mail, short bow, and I do have an extra set of smithing tools if you need them. But I'd say that's about it. Of course, I carry arrows and bolts if you need those as well.
I would like to trade something.
What would you like to trade?
I have an obsidian edge longsword.
Oh, okay.
Would there be any weapon specifically that you think would be more efficient for the monster?
Out of what I have the battle axe, which would probably fare better than your longsword. It is a two-handed, if you are comfortable with that.
What's the material?
She kind of pulls it over. This battle axe is it's a very finely made. It's very much had lots of work done on it. You see that the handle is a very nice mahogany with this kind of metal, almost lattice that goes around for the grip, out of what appears to be silver. The axe head itself would be made out of almost this kind of dark gray material and has this kind of gold set of runes that align the edge of it.
Can we read any of these runes? Or are you?
I would say, what languages do you read?
I speak Common, Draconic, and Orc.
Okay. You don't recognize what languages these runes are in, but runes are not necessarily always ones that you can read. But it is a very fine axe. Definitely looks like it would be good at chopping wood.
Okay, I think I'll get that one.
Okay.
I'll trade it in for my obsidian. edge.
Okay, so with the trade in with the obsidian edge, that would just put you at about 40 gold.
Okay.
So,
Get rid of that.
One other thing.
so mark that off and delete your.
Delete 40 gold, or I have 40
You
gold.
delete for
Delete.
Okay.
When we were robbed, Rena was killed during that, so we had to rush her to a temple and revive her. And because we didn't have any money, we used the teleportation scroll as our payment for that.
Okay, that's not good.
Yes.
Okay, how long has it been? You spent a week getting to Ravenhelm.
Mm-hmm.
Teleports back about a week or so getting here. No,
It took
a few
probably.
more days. What? 9 days? Okay.
Maybe it is.
So, regardless, that's only about what, a little over 2, we'll say 3 weeks.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. I'm trying to remember myself. I
The
forget.
priests we gave it to, we later found killed.
Did you find the scroll?
No, it had been a few days since they had been killed.
They had
Because
already been looted.
There
And
was
it
nothing.
goes back to my shop. That's not good.
Does it go directly back to the shop, or does it? Okay, I didn't know if it was because we knew your location. We were able to get there.
I wrote down the circle for you on the scroll. Okay, well, that does make things more difficult. Next time we teleport, I will have to get back there soon then to change it. Okay, well, you might not have me in Aurelia then. And I might have to just meet you in Mizumi. Or
Well-
the other way around, depending on where you go first.
I wonder.
I think we were planning on doing a raid on last, right?
It's on the way.
I think so. I'm not sure.
But, okay, so I will have to do that and I will meet you in wherever your last location is. But I will not be able to go there with you. So, okay, that's not good. Thank you for letting me know.
Of course.
Did you pay the 40 gold?
Yep.
Okay, I'll add that battle axe to your inventory.
Take my longsword away.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
It's gone.
We've had so many memories when I threw it at those rocks.
You still have your other one.
The only time I used it.
Oh, since you've made this, you can. Here's my longbow.
Oh, are you wanting to trade it in, or did we say we traded in for this new bow?
I think we did.
Okay, I'll take it. Takes it. Now she has a longbow if anybody wants to buy a longbow, but
Just one.
Just need that.
X. Yep.
Battle axe.
Refresher page, you should have it.
Boom, boom,
I
boom.
equipped it for you.
Equipped it.
Yep.
Also make sure.
Oh, actually, you can use this one-handed.
Yes.
So it is. There you go.
I'm gonna do a bunch of flips.
Is there... would I be able to trade in the magic crossbow I got from you for 2 hand crossbows?
Yes, I have those. You want to trade just the crossbow itself for 2 hand crossbows? Sure.
Would that go evenly?
It go a little more, so I can throw in some bolts if you want.
Sure.
Okay. I have the 40 gold. It would go over if you wanted. Would that be better? Probably.
Yes, we'll do that.
Okay. So you can add 40 gold, get rid of your crossbow, and you can add 2 hand crossbows.
Okay.
So there you go.
They're not magic, right? They're just...
They're not magic, but they're finely crafted. There's some of her inventory that she took with her from her shop. So you have those. But back to your swords. You heard everything in the shop, Daryl. So
I think I'm gonna stay.
I tried the rope for something small if you want. The drift globe or perhaps the circlet.
What does the circlet even do?
It's essentially, it has a focus gem at the top. You wear it and basically focus on your target and it fires scorching rays. So it fires, like a better term, lasers. Yeah.
You would be trying that
For the rope, yes. I believe it's only once, but it will recharge at dawn. And this one actually does not break.
Oh, sure.
So if you'd like to trace the rope for that, sure. She takes the rope, walks over to the mannequin and kind of takes it off the circlet and hands it to you. I will add that to your inventory. You're in a weird campaign. I forgot about that. So, any other shopping you guys want to do?
I think we should go ahead and just go.
Yep.
Ain't got time.
Alright. Okay, well, like I said, I need the stomach contents. Gather as much as you can. You have a bag of holding, so you should not have an issue gathering it. Try and pick out, not necessarily just bile, but any plants, mushrooms, anything like that. It could be a creature, so anything that's not recently eaten would be good.
Do you guys think we should try to kill the monster? Or
Yes.
just try to take the
Yeah.
stomach stuff?
We got it.
Well, we kind of have to kill it to get the stomach stuff.
I know.
Right.
Well,
We just ask him
It's
to
also
take his
a part of
stomach
the
acid.
I was about to say
Pursuit,
we could just
you need
like
a trophy.
we could eat it
Yeah.
for a second.
We do also need a trophy.
We'll burn alive.
You're in the Sunday campaign, yeah. Alright, so.
I think we should go ahead and go, just
Yeah.
because boys are.
second it.
Let me add that to your inventory and then so if there's anything you guys want to discuss right now, now's a good time.
I think we just try and
What do you
lure it
guys-
out
So we
of the
have
water.
no more of the orange potion?
Yeah.
You're out of the orange, yeah.
But we're all like,
Us four are good.
Took about 30 minutes for the effects to take hold and then have an effect. But you kind of see the long-term effects are much more severe. 9 hours, you start to turn into trees.
Alright, let's go.
Go.
Lure it out of the water.
Yeah. So, if you want to recap on that stuff, she basically said lure it out of the water. It'll be susceptible to fire if you dry it out. When drying it out, it cannot use its breath attack. Lightning is always critically effective on it, and that it is infectious if you're hit with that breath attack.
Main priority is get it out of the water.
Koli, do you know if this salve has any preventative safety?
I would presume that it might, but through the nature of how you are infected, I imagine that it would be washed or burned off
Great.
if you are hit by it. So it could be preventative, and you might get hit and you might be fine. But from what I understand, if you are, if it hits and you know, typically if you are knocked unconscious or die from it, you are absolutely going to be, it will take root. But if you're just hit and maybe you shrug it off, or you try to, you know, it is a lesson blow, I don't think the seeds could probably implant themselves as well. So you might be fine. It's not a death sentence if you get hit, from what I hear, but it is incredibly dangerous if not treated. So,
Let's bounce.
oh! What before you go? I got these for you. Grigori said you might need these due to your last encounter, and she hands out 2 scrolls.
Take one.
Sure. You guys want me to? Doesn't matter.
well,
Opening it up, these are scrolls of healing word. You have
I
2.
need that.
That's gonna be bad because we kind of lost both of them.
yeah.
They're both
Yeah.
kind of knocked out currently.
Yeah.
So she has those, and just double check this. And these. There are 2 lesser healing potions.
Okay.
So,
This is
Oh, I was
2
about to
scrolls.
say.
what level spell is it?
It's just a first level healing word. I believe healing word is first level.
And then you
Thanks.
said 2 lesser potions.
2 lesser potions of healing. So you can divvy up that however
One
you
of
want.
those to
took one.
everybody.
If you have healing word, you have to have the ability to
Cast spells.
cast spells or have a high enough intelligence to do it.
I got that.
What would that intelligence be?
A 14.
Okay. So I'll give the scroll to Daryl,
Okay.
and I'll take the potion.
Okay, sounds
I don't
good.
think I'm that smart. Nope.
Okay.
Wait, it's a
You have the ability to cast spells,
Yeah, intelligence is
so
9.
you're fine.
Yes, healing word is first level.
And you have the ability to cast spells, so. It is a healing word, which is just a bonus action spell cast. And it heals for 1d4 plus 4. Or plus 2, sorry. For that level spell.
Alright. And does it only have one use?
It is a 1-use scroll, yeah. Unless you're a wizard and you want to write it down. But
You said it's 1d4 plus 2.
1d4 plus 2 for those, yes. Because there's not really a modifier to add.
I got a question about, like a DM question.
Yeah, what's up?
My battle axe,
Mhm.
it says for damage, it's 1d8 plus 5. But when I click on the thing for properties, it says 1d10.
So that's one-handing and two-handing.
So one hand is what?
1d8.
Okay.
And
And
two-handing
two-handed is
is
1d10.
1d10 plus 3, yeah.
Plus 3. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what,
Oh, I see that now.
yeah, see it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you. It's kind of
Evenly balanced.
Depending on the moment.
depends on what you want to try to aim for, higher damage or more consistent damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you do have 2 attack actions per round, so you can still attack twice. But you just can't attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Got it.
All right. So, everybody square? Need anything else?
Think we
While
should
you're-
go to
while you're still in the shop?
Bouncing.
bounce.
That's gonna be it.
Thank you for everything, please.
Of course. Good luck. Come back safe, yeah?
Hope so.
I'll hope to have more information on the stick and the book. But the book last, stick first, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I can't really progress on the potion until I
You
get all the
have to.
materials. So try to come back within a few hours. I am nervous. They could turn into oleander soon. I don't want that. So
None of us do.
if you don't mind, I will have a contingency plan if it comes to that. Yeah?
Yes.
Otherwise,
Be
I need
necessary.
Yeah.
to load them on a horse and dump them somewhere. But I don't think we want to do that, yeah?
Not really.
Okay.
Not if
Let's
it
go.
can be avoided.
Well, that being said, good luck. I wish you the best. Guys, head out.
Yep.
So, once again, you head out of the tent. What's up?
I forgot to ask her about the premonitions that Rena.
Oh, yeah. So, what are you asking real quick?
Rena was able to. The swamp witch gave her the ability to like have a map in her head of the pit.
Yeah? No clue.
Okay.
I have no clue, but the layer, which should be near the oleander plant itself, like the actual, maybe a white one, or there's pink ones too, purple ones, I don't, what color was it? White.
It was white.
It was white, so probably white petals. Look for any big bushes, white petals, you should be good.
No, if that affects Rena more, that she has that in her head. So.
Well, I don't know how to get it out, but hopefully you can find it, yeah? Maybe go where you saw it come from? I don't know. Anyway, best of luck. Anything else?
Should be good.
Alright, that you guys head outside the tent. These kind of waves goodbye. And you make it to the ridge of the glade. And looking down, time to go back in. But we'll pick that up next time. The next episode of The Wayward 7.
Hey, there's actually 7. Well, there was 7 characters for a bit.
Oh, yeah?
I just realized that.
For a bit there was,
Yeah.
yeah.
We almost had it, guys.
Almost. We'll get there one
The
day.
Wayward 4.
You'll figure out why it's called Wayward 7 eventually.
We'll tell you. If you want to know, check out our bonus features on.
Instagram at the Wayward 7.
Yeah, we'll eventually explain there, probably.
Maybe.
But we
Who
also
knows?
might find out on the next episode, so make sure you...
Subscribe and ring the bell.
Yes!
Hit that like button.
Hang on, wait.
Do
I've got-
it.
Can I show the bell on this show?
No, we
No.
can't.
Don't do
unfortunately.
it, don't.
Anyway,
You know what it
Notification
is.
bell.
notification bell. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.